Անուշիգներս իմ անմիջապես չի կալու բաժար ուրիշ ոչինչ է այս այլ ասոնք, որոնք ցեզ գկրեմ։ Նախ որ իմ ստուդիոյի դեր, instead of դերը, notice the vanեցիություն there, իմ ստուդիոյի դեր ինձ ամիսմա առաջ ասած է, թերևս որ ես դեղափոխվեմ, եթե նրանք այդ տուն կանթեն։ Թեր ոչինչ չեմ լսած, և ես մի քանի անգամ է, որ նրանց հարցնում եմ, հետո այս գարավարության կործն էլ մարդ չի հասկնար։ Այսինքն, instead of այսինքն, our project, that's in English, yes. Մեր շապատավարձեր $5 գդրած են, բայց այդ էլ այնքան կործի չի անցեր։ Աբա ես սպասում էի, որ World's Fair-ի մեջ ինձի խոստացած էին մի ուրիշ կորձ մտալու։ You notice again, մի ուրիշ կորձ մտալու։ Eastern Armenian and Western Armenian combined. Այս բոլորից զատ ես օգոստոսի մեջ երկու շաբաթի համար այստեղ գուկամ ցեզ դեսնելու։ Իրավաբես ցեզ բոլորդ գարոդացել եմ։ Սիրելի Վարդուշ, այսօր շատ նկարեցի, այնպես որ իմ ձունգերս թողում են գանքնելուց, թե նգարջություն, instead of նգարջություն, շատ դժվար բան է, եթե գիտնայի, չի պիտի սկսեի, բայց այդ էլ գլխուցավանք է, գարդես թե ես նրան համար ծնված էի։ Այո, այս ամբողջ օր դուք միշտ աչքերուս գոբերի վրա գանքնած եք։ Դե երբեմն էլ մտածում էի, որ դու և Մուրադ և Գարլեն հոս էիք և միշտ էլ դխուր երգեր էինք երգում և ես նկարում էի իմ նկարս։ Աչքերուս ճիշտ դերևի ցև դվի և այս երկու դերևներս իրարու միշտ այո էին ասում։ Ես շատ դխուր եմ, գլխուս մազերը բոլոր գդրած եմ այսկե մի ամիս առաջ և ճիշտ մի քյուղաձի եմ նմանում։ Դրա համար էլ նկարում ես, Վարդուշ ջան, երկար մազեր էլ հեչ չեմ սիրում։ Երբ այստեղ կամ Անուշիկս քեզ կնկարեմ և մայրիկին մի շատ հրաշալի նկար եմ գծել չարքոլով և շատ ժամանակ տալով։ Շատ հաճող է, երբքան քեզ կբերեմ։ So then he goes on talking about one of his paintings being bought by the Museum of Modern Art, being sent to Paris, and so on.
What was the year of those letters?
This letter, good question.
39.
39, yeah, no, April 1838. Now, I left to the end another letter. I want to dwell on it a little bit. Not so much on the letter, but one expression in the letter.
Do you mind just summarizing for people like me that don't know very much Armenian? Could you summarize the letter in English?
Well, we could read the English. If Mr. Spender would be so kind as to read the English, at least of that section on the mother. Let's see.
I think I should say that these letters are very difficult to read. The handwriting is very... in his modesty, Father Krikor is not going to admit to the difficulties which they involve, but the handwriting is difficult. It requires a great deal of imagination sometimes to work out what the word is. It's like a beautiful drawing of a word rather than a written word. Very beautiful handwriting to look at, very fluent handwriting. In fact, Father Krikor has an idea that Gorky at some point must have worked as a proofreader in a magazine or in a newspaper when he was in Yerevan. So we've extended a lot the knowledge of the letters themselves, but we've opened up also lots of areas of research where people can really go in a new direction to discover how his imagination worked and how his knowledge of the Armenian language and Armenian things fitted into his view.
I can show the letters. And this is one of the better ones.
That's one of the better ones. Difficult to read.
I was fortunate enough to have a copy that Mr. Spender had made. I compared that with the copy that we had at the diocese, and then we had an electronic copy made. So I was also looking at the computer and the two other copies to figure out. So. But as you can see, the writing has character to it. I mean, it's a powerful hand that's writing these letters. And Mr. Spender, would you please read letter 28?
My dearest ones, dear Bartusz, I received your lovely letter in which you said that Davis and Pazgurd, who is in Irmgard, are coming to dinner here. I have a very good and joyous time and give my special greetings. Am I reading the right one?
Yes.
To Mr. Davis. And in the next few days I'll see him when he gets here. Now, this man Davis is a very important figure in Gorky's life. He was called Bernard Davis, and he was the head of a textile industry called La France Industrie, based in Philadelphia. And he was a businessman, and he gave a lot of time to Gorky. In fact, Gorky used Mr. Davis to solve any kind of a practical problem. Often this practical problem involved Gorky's nephew, Kurkan, who had difficulty in finding a job and starting businesses. In fact, he started several businesses and always anticipated the money that these businesses would earn, whereupon the businesses would fail. So the problem of placing Gorky in some position where he wouldn't get into too much trouble comes into Gorky's letters quite a lot. Usually Gorky has to say, poor boy. Davis later founded the Philatelic Museum in Philadelphia, and never came forward to say how much, or at least very modestly didn't say how much he helped Gorky. So the only evidence is in Gorky's letters. Irmgard was his girlfriend, I mean Mr. Davis's girlfriend. My sweet, kiss Carlin on both cheeks and tell him that Uncle will be coming and will bring him some very beautiful pictures which I've been collecting for a very long time, especially for my adorable and beloved Carla. My dearest ones, there's no other reason for my delay in writing, presumably, that I don't come at once. No, excuse me, going to visit him in Chicago. Now, Vartush went to Armenia in 1933, and she stayed there with her husband Murad for about 18 months and decided that she didn't like it. And Gorky brought her back to America with a great deal of difficulty. Murad had American citizenship, so there was no difficulty with him getting a visa to come back. But Vartush was still technically speaking Armenian, so she had to start the whole process of being an immigrant into America all over again. So it really was quite miraculous that they were able to come back, and they came back just in time, because immediately afterwards there was the suppression of the Armenian Communist Party in Yerevan, in which other relatives of Gorky were involved.